preparing to close in and try to make identification.
I can see it clearly now, a small white light. It keeps blinking on and off.
As he approached it, the blinking light became clear and steady. Suddenly, it pulled into a sharp left bank.
I think this thing is going to make a pass on the tower.
I see it now. I see it.
The pilot dived on the light, and although he brought his manifold pressure up to 60 inches, he reported,
I can't seem to catch up with the thing. It's gaining altitude and has just made an impossible turn. A 90-degree turn to the left.
You're right. It's gaining altitude on you. And it's still in a very tight left turn.
By that time, they were at 7,000 feet, when, suddenly, the light made a 90-degree right turn.
It's headed straight at me.
The light passed directly over your canopy at, I estimate, about 500 feet.
The object suddenly shot straight into the air. The pilot followed it to 14,000 feet when his plane went into a power stall. The object disappeared. The chase had lasted approximately 27 minutes.
The officer in the tower was the airport traffic controller. The lieutenant was an instructor for the French during the Second World War. He said he was sure there was an intelligence behind the movements of the lights. He stated, too, that no earthborn pilot could have withstood the G-factor inherent in the object's turns and speed without blacking out.
Was there radar at the field?
No, there wasn't.
Too bad. Radar would have made it airtight.
Not necessarily.
I thought a radar return was indisputable evidence.
No, it isn't.
Are you a radar expert?
No, I'm not, but I have one on tap. Give me extension 361. We have a team of 3 radar analysts here in Air Phenomenon Branch. I want to talk to Wynn Swanson. All radar reports received here pass through this radar analysis division. Swanson? I have a man here from the Pentagon. He's cleared. Wants to know about radar. Okay. Field's socked in solid with fog, but he'll take you over to GCA.
Attention homeowners. Quicken Loans has some very important information regarding the U.S. government's Home Affordable Refinance Program, or HARP. We've told you about HARP in the past, and we're happy to report that nearly 3 million homeowners have already taken advantage of this fantastic money-saving program. But there are so many more of you who could be saving hundreds of dollars every month on your mortgage. Quicken Loans is here to help you save your money. Why Quicken Loans? The home loan experts at Quicken Loans fully understand the HARP guidelines. We'll work with you to understand your specific circumstances and strive to find the financial solution that's best for you. Then we'll guide you through each step of the mortgage refinance process to make sure that it's both simple and easy. And for 6 years in a row now, J.D. Power has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation in customer satisfaction. And for the 2nd year in a row, they've also ranked us highest in the nation in mortgage servicing. If you're not familiar with HARP, it's a U.S. government program designed specifically for homeowners who have little or no equity. A great feature of the HARP program is that most HARP refinance loans do not require an appraisal, and there are fewer income verification requirements. That makes it simpler, easier, and even faster. And even if you've been denied for a HARP loan in the past, new guidelines mean that you now may be eligible. Give us a call and we'll give you a Quicken Loans mortgage review. And we'll do all we can to help you save money on your mortgage. It's simple and easy. So find out if you're eligible to take advantage of today's incredibly low interest rates and start saving money every month on your mortgage. Call Quicken Loans today or go to quickenloans.com for a mortgage experience that's engineered to amaze.
Since dazzling the world with her incredible athletic ability, Dorothy Hamill continues to be a worldwide inspiration.
Hi, I'm Dorothy Hamill for Sit and Cycle, the new way to exercise for busy baby boomers and active seniors. Now you can burn calories and stay in shape no matter how busy you are.
Introducing Sit and Cycle. If you just need an easy way to get moving, Sit and Cycle was made for you. It uses gentle, active sitting. This position is believed to lead to improved posture, core stability, and circulation too. It's hands-free, portable, and the most comfortable exercise machine ever made. Active seniors especially benefit from active sitting because it doesn't require strain or uncomfortable positions. Go online to find out more about the benefits of active sitting at sitandcycle.com. If you can sit, you can Sit and Cycle.
I know that as I'm getting older, exercise is so important. That's why Sit and Cycle is perfect for me.
Accomplish dozens of daily tasks while you burn up to 500 calories an hour. Even if you've taken a long break from exercise or have never exercised at all, Sit and Cycle lets you get a gentle start. Go from minimal to moderate exertion with 8 levels of resistance. Plus, the ultra-cushioned large seat adjusts for a custom fit that reduces pressure on your knees. Gently work your legs, calves, hips, butt, and abs while engaging your core.
My lifestyle's better because I sleep better, because I exercise.
Lightweight and easy to move and store. Nothing beats Sit and Cycle for convenience.
That's the best thing about it, that you can move it around because now you'll actually use it.
Lifelong fitness has so many benefits, like having more energy, reducing stress, and even improving your health. So why just sit when you can Sit and Cycle?
Call the number on your screen or go to sitandcycle.com to try Sit and Cycle in your home for 30 days for just $19.95. This amazing trial offer means you can start burning calories and getting in better shape right away. And listen to this. If you order right now, your shipping is absolutely free. Just call or go online now to experience Sit and Cycle in your home for 30 days for just $19.95. You can't get Sit and Cycle in stores, so you must act now. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. So call the number on your screen or go to sitandcycle.com right now.
But yeah, I've hedged a little. I enjoy buying gold. Gold has protected me. I always think and I laugh about it because when I'm sleeping, my gold is working for me. It's still making money, and it won't do anything else but make money. I feel comfortable when I got involved with gold and something I could physically touch, that I could hold. And it was, no one could take it away from me. I have it, and I have it secured. Of all my years' involvement with buying gold, it's only gotten better in my faith in the company, U.S. Money Reserve. And that's the company I do business with, and I don't see I'm doing business with anyone else. They're trusted, and they've always done right by me.
Today, the U.S. Money Reserve is releasing official gold American Eagle coins at cost for the incredible price of only $144 each. These government-issued gold coins are official U.S. legal tender made from solid gold mined here in America and fully backed by the United States government for their gold weight, purity, and content. Call now to purchase your gold American Eagles for the amazing price of only $144 each. Gold is now on sale at prices unseen in years, and 2016 could be one of the greatest gold buying opportunities of all time. Call now while vault inventory remains. As one of the largest U.S. gold coin distributors in the country, the U.S. Money Reserve has proudly served hundreds of thousands of clients worldwide. Do not delay. Call now to purchase your gold American Eagles for the amazing price of only $144 each.
This is ground control approach. With zero visibility, GCA picks up the aircraft coming in, and by means of the pips on their scope, can talk them into a landing. Now this scope here gives the aircraft in the area. This scope here tells you whether you're to the right or the left of the landing strip, and that one there tells you whether you're too high or too low. Now the next scope is the same as this one, except that it gives you more accuracy.
Patterson, GCA, this is Air Force 2162, past Fairfield, fan marker inbound, request landing instructions.
There you can see him on the screen. And you can track him all the way in. He's flying blind.
20 degrees. Steer right to heading 20 degrees and begin descent to 1,500 feet.
This is Air Force 162, steering 20 degrees, descending to 1,500. Over.
Air Force 162, the weather at Patterson Field is 100 feet ragged ceiling. Visibility 1/2 mile. Light rain. Wind southwest 6. Altimeter 998.
If you can see it on radar, there can be no question about misinterpretation.
In this case, no. These are good, solid blips.
This is Air Force 162. Roger on the weather and runway. Over.
Air Force 162, steer left to heading 35, turning downwind leg. Range 8 miles south. Over.
This is Air Force 162, steering 35. Over.
Sometimes a temperature inversion will cause trouble. Ionized clouds or equipment malfunction will cause false blips.
Can you tell a false blip from one made by aircraft?
Yes, any experienced operator can tell in a minute or so.
Air Force 162, steer left to heading 215. This will put you on final approach.
This is Air Force 162. Roger. Steering 215. Over.
Air Force 162, this is your final director. How do you read me? Over.
This is Air Force 162. You are loud and clear. Over.
Air Force 162, roger. Your range is 7 miles. Slow aircraft to descending speed. Make final flap setting. Maintain altitude of 1,200. Heading 215. Do not acknowledge any further transmission unless unable to comply. If you do not hear GCA for any 5-second interval, climb to 1,000 feet on a heading of 125 and contact approach control. Steer right to heading 210. Range 5 miles. You are now approaching glide path. Start normal rate of descent at 600 feet per minute. Entry to glide path good. Steer left to heading 212. Range 4 miles. Go above glide path 10, 15, 25 feet high. Increase your rate of descent slightly. Heading 212. Holding you on the center line. Holding 2 feet high on glide path. Check that descent. Steer right to heading of 213. Range now 3 miles. Holding glide path very well. Go below glide path 10, 20, 30 feet. Level off slightly. Steer right to heading 214. Coming back nicely to glide path. 25, 20, 15 feet low. Heading 214 had you lined up with the center line. Range 2 miles. Holding 15 feet low on glide path. Bring it up slightly. 10, 5. Now on glide path. Range 1.5 miles. Heading 214 on glide path. Steer left to heading 213. Over the end of runway on center line. On glide path as you approach point of touchdown. Touchdown in 3 seconds. If you cannot see the runway, pull up and climb to 1,000 feet. Heading 125. Safe at home.
Well, that's it. Coffee?
Yes. What exactly is your job here, Swanson?
I'm one of a group of 3 radar specialists employed by the Air Force. Reports of radar contacts of unidentified objects are sent in to us from all over the world for analysis.
How long have you been in Air Force intelligence?
2 years.
Ever come across any cases you couldn't solve?
We have unsolved cases, yes. Cases where good solid blips appeared and no known objects in the area. Then, too, we have cases of fantastic speed.
Exactly what do you mean by fantastic speed?
I mean speeds greater than any achieved by man.
How much greater?
Thousands of miles per hour.
Thousands of miles. What's your idea of what they are?
All I can say is unknown. You must remember that I've been restricted to only radar contacts. I have no experience with visual contacts.
What do you think about the chances of these objects having intelligence behind their control?
All I can say is I have an open mind.
What do you think about the theory of interplanetary source?
I have an open mind, period.
I spent a full week in Dayton. I had hoped to see the Newhouse film before returning to Washington, but it was still under analysis by the Wright Field Photo Lab. When the analysis was completed, the film was taken by an Air Force courier and hand-carried to Washington to be viewed by the Director General of Air Force Intelligence.
Here it is. All set, Major?
Yes, sir.
Air Technical Intelligence has reported that this film could not be produced under simulated conditions.
Let's go. There'll be several feet of blank film before the pictures come on.
The film, as Newhouse had predicted, was in bad condition, but the chief interest was in movement, speed, and light source. After a moment, the general asked to see it again.
How about that?
Those were the only words spoken in the room. How about that? A few days later, Major Fournet had some news for me.
We got the analysis of the Newhouse film from Air Materiel Command.
What does it show?
Not birds, not balloons, not aircraft, not faked. With the telephoto lens used, weather balloons within 5 miles distance could have been determined on the film. At a greater distance than 5 miles, they could not attain the speeds calculated. Within a 5-mile range, an aircraft of 40-foot wingspan could have been clearly determined. In excess of 5 miles, the speeds of the objects are greater than aircraft could achieve, except in a straight-line speed run. No bird is sufficiently reflective as to cause the film to react as strongly as it is done.
If they're not birds, not balloons, or aircraft, and the film isn't faked, what can these things be?
The official conclusion is unknowns.
The Newhouse film was only the overture. A few minutes before 1 a.m., July 20th, 1952, the curtain on the first act of the Washington drama went up. The unknowns moved in for the first time over the national capital. I had always regarded myself as a man with an intuitive nose for news. So, through the first Washington sighting, while the saucers hovered over the city, I was in bed, sleeping soundly through it all. When I reached my desk that morning, we were flooded with newspaper queries. Telephones were jangling throughout the day. Irate editors from all over the country were insistently demanding more specific information. Newsmen from the wire services, reporters from local and out-of-town newspapers were hemming me in, belaboring me with questions for which I had no answers. For the first couple of hours, we at the press desk had a terrible time getting the story straight ourselves. But bit by bit, I managed to piece it together. There had been both visual and radar contacts. Andrews Field, the Air Force installation, had radar returns similar to those on the CAA radar. Jets had been scrambled in an attempt to make an intercept with the UFOs, but they had not been successful. The week after the Washington saucer sighting was a mad, chaotic one. The story was headlined from coast to coast. As the PIO man assigned to answer saucer questions, I had been under an incessant barrage of inquiries day and night by newsmen. I could get no sleep, no rest at all. Among other things, the Washington Daily News published an interview with Harry G. Barnes, Senior Air Traffic Controller, Civil Aeronautics Administration. Barnes stated, "There is no other conclusion I can reach but that for 6 hours on the morning of the 20th of July, there were at least 10 unidentifiable objects moving above Washington. They were not ordinary aircraft. I could tell that by their movement on the scope. I can safely deduce that they perform gyrations which no known aircraft could perform. By this I mean that our scope showed that they could make right-angle turns and complete reversals of flight. Nor, in my opinion, could any natural phenomena account for these spots on our radar. Then, exactly a week later, it really broke loose. It was the night of July 26, 1952. At 10:30 p.m., I received a phone call from Ray Nathan at CAA. Hello.
Chop?
Yeah.
Ray Nathan, get down here right away.
What's up?
The radar at Washington National is picking up unknowns.
Again?
The press is hounding me for a statement. I don't know what to tell them.
Dee, bring my coat and the car keys. Stall them off. I'll be right over.
A couple of guys from Life magazine are here with a camera.
Stall them, too.
What's the matter?
Radar is picking up unknowns over the Capitol. Don't wait up. At 11:10 p.m., Major Forday received a call from Lieutenant Colonel Thomas, Air Force Intelligence Duty Officer at the Pentagon, informing him of what was going on at Washington National. As I raced to the airport, I kept glancing up through the windshield, expecting to see the things, but everything seemed normal.
Approaching Medicare eligibility? You may think you can put off checking out your Medicare options until you're 65. But now is a good time to get the ball rolling. Keep in mind, Medicare only covers about 80% of Part B medical costs. The rest is up to you. That's where AARP Medicare Supplement Insurance Plans, insured by United Healthcare Insurance Company, come in. Like all standardized Medicare supplement insurance plans, they could help pay some of what Medicare doesn't, saving you in out-of-pocket medical costs. You've learned that taking informed steps along the way really makes a difference later. That's what it means to go long. Call now and request this free decision guide. It's full of information on Medicare and the range of AARP Medicare supplement plans to choose from, based on your needs and budget. All plans like these let you choose any doctor or hospital that accepts Medicare patients, and there are no network restrictions. United Healthcare Insurance Company has over 30 years' experience and the commitment to roll along with you, keeping you on course. So call now and discover how an AARP Medicare supplement plan could go long for you. These are the only Medicare supplement insurance plans endorsed by AARP, an organization serving the needs of people 50 and over for generations. Plus, 9 out of 10 plan members surveyed say they would recommend their plan to a friend. Remember, Medicare doesn't cover everything. The rest is up to you. Call now. Request your free decision guide and start gathering the information you need to help you keep rolling with confidence. Go long.
The atomic bomb is one of the most powerful forces on Earth. The atomic beam is one of the most powerful flashlights on Earth. Hi, I'm Hunter Ellis, and this is Atomic Beam USA, another bright idea from Bulbhead, the ultra-bright, tough-grade flashlight that features tactical technology used by U.S. Special Forces. This flashlight has a feeble 125 lux output. The Atomic Beam USA has up to 5,000 lux. That's 40 times more. It's tough enough to withstand this 36-ton fire truck. We're gonna drop it hundreds of feet from this helicopter. It hits the tarmac, and it's still working. That's what I call a tough flashlight. Heavy downpours, mud puddles, even extreme temperatures like boiling hot oil or being frozen solid in a block of ice are no match. I can smash it with all my strength. And it keeps shining bright. Its strobe feature makes it a powerful self-defense tool. Disorient attackers and protect yourself with the Atomic Beam USA. It's compact, lightweight, take it anywhere you know you're gonna need it. In case of emergency, it has an SOS setting. As a former fighter pilot, I can depend on Atomic Beam USA. You can see it for miles on land, sea, or air. You could spend over $100, or the Atomic Beam USA can be yours for just $19.99. You'll also get a lifetime guarantee. If it ever breaks, for any reason, you get your money back. And if you order now, you can double it and get a second Atomic Beam USA. Just pay a separate fee. And we'll even ship them to you for free. And the critical components inside the Atomic Beam are made right here in the USA. Atomic Beam USA with free shipping and lifetime guarantee is just $19.99. Order now.
Call 1-800-709-9094 to get your Atomic Beam USA. Call now or go to atomicbeam.com. So call 1-800-709-9094. That's 1-800-709-9094. Deluxe version available. Order now.
They tell us we need your okay to get into the radar room.
You can't get in, boys. I'm sorry.
We want some pictures of that scope, Al.
You can't photograph the scope.
Why not?
It's under security measures, classified wavelength, classified code names.
Here we are in the biggest story in history, and you're keeping us out.
Sorry, but that's the way it's got to be.
Then we're going over your head, Al.
Colonel Dick Searles. You can reach him at Metropolitan 89898.
Another one. Look at them go.
One of them is an airliner. It's a slightly different shape.
Did you alert the Air Force?
I called Air Defense Command.
What'd they say?
They're scrambling a couple of jets.
Same as last week?
Uh-huh.
Could this be caused by temperature inversion?
Inversion? That isn't inversion, and it's different than the ground clutter we pick up.
Did you call the Air Force Command Post at Pentagon?
No, we work through Filter Center.
I'd better call them. Get me the Pentagon Air Force Command Post. This is Al Chop. I'm at Washington National. Have you heard about the unknowns here tonight?
We've been alerted. There's a blue flight on the way there right now.
Okay.
Washington Control to Flight 639, come in.
Flight 639 to Washington Control, over.
Washington Control to Flight 639. You're approaching traffic on your left. Can you see it? Over.
Andrews Tower to Washington Control. We show an unknown just to the left of Flight 639.
Flight 639 to Washington Control. We can see that traffic on our left, over.
Washington Control to Flight 639. What does the traffic look like? Over.
Flight 639 to Washington Control. It's a light, a blue-green light, over.
Washington Control to Flight 639. Can you make out what type of craft it is? Over.
Flight 639 to Washington Control. No. We can just see a light, a blue-green light, over.
Washington Control to Flight 639. Roger, out.
This is Bluebird 1 to Washington Control. Come in.
The jets are coming on now. Washington Control to Bluebird 1. Change course to 225 degrees. Bluebird 2, hold your course. Over.
Bluebird 1 to Washington Control. Wilco, out.
Bluebird 2 to Washington Control. Wilco, out.
They're gone.
Andrews Tower to Washington Control. All our unknowns vanished shortly after the jets appeared. Do you still have any of the unknowns? Over.
Washington Control to Andrews Tower. The same thing happened here. Out. Washington Control to Bluebird 1. All the unknowns have disappeared.
You say those returns are the same as those you got last week?
The same as last week.
At this point, Major Fournet arrived with the Navy Electronics Intelligence Officer.
Gone?
Like that.
As soon as the jets came on the scope, the unknowns left.
Bluebird 1 to Washington Control. We're going back to the base and refuel. Can't see anything around up here. Visibility is good. Over.
Washington Control to Bluebird 1. Roger. Out.
Were they good returns?
Good returns.
Has the set been checked for malfunctions?
The radar equipment is in perfect operating order.
They're back.
Andrews Tower to Washington Control. They're back. Just as the jets left our scope. They dropped back in again out of nowhere. You got them? Over.
Those blips are solid.
They're good and solid.
Washington Control to Andrews Tower. Same thing happened here.
Give me the Pentagon command post.
They're all over the scope. 2 in the northeast quadrant, 4 in southeast quadrant, 3 in southwest quadrant, 3 in northwest quadrant. Over.
This is Major Fournet calling from Washington Control. Radar is picking up 14 unknowns again. The chief controller tells me the unknowns disappeared from the scope as soon as the jets came in and were picked up again when the jets left. The Navy Electronics Intelligence Officer confirms that the unknown blips are good and solid. I recommend a couple of more jets be sent up immediately to investigate. Yes, sir.
Andrews Tower to Washington Control. That's the way we had them. One just moved from the northwest quadrant into the southeast quadrant. It stopped over the White House.
They're scrambling a couple of more jets.
Washington Control to Andrews Tower. Roger on the change. Now it's moving back. Do you get it? Over.